So, what happens when the man who is running one of India's biggest conglomerates no longer has the full backing of its controlling shareholder? Why is N. Chandrasekaran, the first non-Tata family chairman of Tata Sons, not seeking another term? Why is Noel Tata, chairman of Tata Trust, now central to the succession? And could this also decide whether Tata Sons ever goes public? That is the Tata Sons story right now. So Tata Sons ex-chairman Chandra sits at the top of businesses ranging from TCS, Tata Motors, Tata Steels, Titan and Tata Consumer, and about 66% of it is owned by Tata Trust. So for months there have been differences between Chandra and Noel Tata over governance, capital allocation, loss-making businesses and the group's newer bets. Fair enough, but these new bets were some of Chandra's biggest bets ever. Air India, Tata Digital, Tata Electronics, which is investing heavily in electronics manufacturing and its semiconductor fab in Gujarat. In fact, these businesses could define Tata's next decade, but they also require enormous capital before they generate meaningful returns. Now, Tata Trust want greater clarity on how these businesses would turn around, how much money they would get, and how they would start paying off. Against this backdrop, Chandra announced on August 12 that he would not seek reappointment when his term ends in February 2027, that's next year. In fact, reports have linked his decision to the differences with Tata Trust. And that puts Noel Tata in a crucial position. So Ratan Tata's half-brother and chairman of Tata Trust, Noel, now has a central role in deciding who replaces Chandra. But there's another massive issue, and that's the Tata Sons IPO. The RBI has classified Tata Sons as an upper layer NBFC, which can trigger a listing requirement. So Tata Sons is trying to avoid that by surrendering its NBFC registration, but the RBI has retained it in the upper layer list and the application remains under consideration. So the thing is that Noel Tata and Trust want Tata Sons to remain unlisted. Now why? Because keeping it private allows the trust to retain control without exposing the holding company itself to the scrutiny, disclosure, shareholder pressure that comes with a public listing. But there's also the Shapoorji Pallonji Group, which owns around 18.4% of Tata Sons. And they have historically pushed for greater value recognition and a listing. And then on August 18, Tata Sons AGM had to be adjourned because it failed to meet the required quorum, which is another governance complication coming just days after Chandra's exit. So put it all together, chairman is leaving, Noel Tata and Tata Trust are at the center of succession. There are reported disagreements over strategy and capital allocation. Some of Tata's biggest new bets are still loss-making or they require huge investment. And the question of whether Tata Sons stays private or become a massive IPO remains unresolved. So this isn't simply about who replaces Chandra, it's about who controls the company at the top of the Tata empire, how much risk is it willing to take, and what Tata Sons looks like in the next chapter.